All right, and we're live.
Okay, now to do our usual checking to make sure everything hasn't exploded. As soon as
Yeah, you are going to see some pop-ups of, Vince has paused their stream or minimized their application. Sit tight.
yeah, uh, minimize the right side of the so it's not showing the boxes.
Oh, right. Right, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Side effect of how we're doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, sound seems good. Tab back over to the game. All right. So with that, we'll get started. So welcome to stream, anyone or person watching it, if they happen to somehow be here, or person watching a replay on either YouTube or Twitch. I'm Vincent.
And I'm the Krampus.
And last time we left, we explained the vast majority of what was going on in this region, and got quite a few story beats towards the plot and the main things going on with the characters.
Yeah, we fought Dagon.
And we fought Dagon.
And a bunch of Innsmouth people.
Fought Dagon and a bunch of Innsmouth people. Literally met all the witches on the continent. Learned that one was Peony's mother that she was looking for, Claudia.
That's the second party member that we have in the line right now.
Yes, because we need Claudia in order to go into here. Claudia is, as I mentioned last stream, probably the most broken character in this game. Partially just because she's a range user that can do combos anyways, but mostly because she has both healing aura and witch aura. So unlike other characters, when you increase her offensive and special trait, it actually puts numbers on that special ability. Witch aura is everything at the start of her turn, everything within 3 squares takes that much damage, and healing aura is all enemies in 3 squares take that much damage, and healing aura is all allies within that much squares heal that much health. These abilities are complete nonsense.
Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, and we also have a secret character that we're working on getting. I remember that.
Yes, we should be able to get that character right after this fight. Hypothetically. I don't guarantee anything because this game is weird sometimes. Kind of like this, which is unlocked but not unlocked at the same time because we still have to do things in the other region before we can actually do it.
Yep.
But yes. On to confronting Mirrar, who went crazy and stole the MacGuffin that he left in order to cause panic with no description of who he is because pronouns.
The mysterious that guy.
Yes. We'll get into the mysterious that guy and how to properly pronounce that name. Windows buttons, which you didn't see, but... Oh yes, and Claudia is also known as Quarrymat the Immortal. So, this name. If you guessed how to pronounce this, then you know Scotch Gaelic. It's actually Ak-Ushka.
Ah. Okay, I was off.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Welsh in the sense that the letters are at least remotely close, but remote is about the best you'll get from it. We'll be talking a lot more about that later. Right.
Okay, so first off, this is way too few enemies on the field, so I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot more
Mirrar is-
summons.
I don't think there's much in the way of summons. Mirrar is just bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. First and foremost, she's Thunder Element. Note that we're forced to take Claudia, who can only be Water Element at the moment.
Okay.
Weight skills, aim, reaction skill for turn. That's right. She doesn't actually start with Apex, but she can gain it every turn if there's any elemental wisps on the field, which there currently aren't. And multi-spell, because she has like 3 spells there. I believe she can actually just cast more than 1 spell turn. Starts a church at the side. Okay. Okay, so everything on the field is more or less as I predicted. Except we cannot use Carl. Because she has like water summons. Crow is a terrible idea. Who else is possibly usable? You, sure. The one thing about Thunder is it criticals Arcane.
Yep.
Thus making the crow a bad idea. Ooh, ass. And nothing on you. Okay.
Evil plant. You're not worrying about the evil plant?
Oh, this plant? That's an obstacle that explodes if you stand next to it.
Well, yeah.
But you have to stand like here.
Ah, only cardinal directions. Got it.
Yeah, only orthogonal ones. Range is 3. Okay. Wait, bad idea. I think that's yeah, that's also a hazard. That does not give you much room here.
Nope.
Oh, 8 damage, you say? Ah, okay, this is specifically a hazard on the space. And that's one of the lists they were talking about. No, it's not close enough. Okay. Oh, should have moved him. Oh. There's on one of the X's. See, that screws a wind. Got it. Proper element. Now the part of the fight that gets actually annoying.
Trying to get everybody up to the point where they can attack the
Well, you
boss.
see what her attack... Not just that, but you see what her attack is.
Yeah.
Yeah, now with a limited amount of spaces that you have up here. That is Earth, specifically weak to fire, I believe, and nothing else. Yeah, ice. Okay, no, those are on the board. Good. Also, okay. Oh, there's one of the apexes.
Oh, that's just BS.
Yeah, they get summoned all over the place. Of course, that's a wind one, so... There we go. Yeah, okay, that was just an obstacle. Wait, didn't I move?
Oh.
Apparently not. Okay. I think I looked at moving and then just did. Yep, that sure is a fire thing. Not much vertical on that. Ow. Oh, that was a thing. No X's on the ground, though. So I think the only positive of all that. Peony is crippled. Who's going for her? Okay, you're going, like, next. Should be able to get there. Okay.
Important note. I cannot resize the Discord window without resizing the window in OBS.
Ah.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled aspect ratio.
Yeah, that seems like a better idea. We will do it from here. Oh, that wasn't a heal, that was a straight increase in maximum HP.
Ah, fantastic.
That's their usual nonsense. Yep. And woof woof. Okay. And you can guard or retreat. You are just going to pass. And there goes our mana barrier. You have no great spot to sand, so we're just gonna go here. Hence the annoyance of this fight. Alright, that spot. Only I could actually get to that. Woof woof. No. Really don't want to take up that spot. Too good an attacking spot, really.
Yeah. You're having to do this complicated shuffle around every time you Mirrar gets another turn.
Yeah.
Mirrar.
Yeah, Mirrar.
I was this close to getting it right.
Well, that should do.
And boom. Well, by God, Peony, you're a murderer.
She's been a murderer. Yeah, that tracks actually. Yes.
Well, that's different. None of them had names.
They all had names. We just didn't bother learning them.
Carl has a fleshed out backstory that amuses and thrills. Carl doesn't have a fleshed out backstory. Carl's just a pyromaniac with a can of gasoline.
If only we had a flashback for this. Oh wait, we do. We'll get to it in a minute.
Flashback. I really should have had like a splash screen for this.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Hmm. What, saving her uncle?
Yes. Again, we'll get to it in the flashback.
Ah. But we didn't have the budget to animate it. I can appreciate that this is a two-person game, but that doesn't get you out of a little ribbing for that.
Oh. Yes, so parts of that takes place after the first game, but parts of that actually happen in the first game.
Okay.
We'll get to it in a minute.
Yeah. Was this game advertised as being a sequel?
No. So there is still something on it in that respect, but And in truth, you don't need the backstory from the first game for this to make enough sense, but it does help.
Yeah. I mean, we're fully into, nitpick territory here. Like I said, this game is overall really good. Just, if
Yeah.
you're... You can do that kind of text cutscene if you're explicitly relying on people's memories from the first game. But if you're
Yeah.
not advertising as a sequel, and you don't give people any indication that this is a sequel, you can't really pull that trick and not expect to get a couple of eye rolls.
Especially since it wouldn't have been too hard for them to grab assets from the first game, actually, and just use them to do, like, some paper doll moving.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Treat the Wounded Fairy. So yes, we can actually do this as well. So we'll do that real quick.
Yes, when we just built a magical dialysis machine for this wounded fairy that we found and just left her on the side of the road.
Keone cannot build anything that is not somehow way more functional than it should be, so it's not just a magical dialysis machine so much as is, of course, a mech suit. For a fairy. Megan's not really a god, he's not that
He's just a really powerful
cool.
eel. Maybe a snake.
Yeah. You spent stuff. So yes, Matilda. So Matilda is very much a glass cannon. Mostly because her Ultra is... Yeah, fire widely nearby targets, cannot trigger reaction skills. She does an AoE ultimate. Also, unlike other characters, she comes with all three... At least I think she does. Yeah, she comes with all three of her different weapons. Including an electric one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that our first legitimate way of getting electric powers? So far?
Yes. Yes, other than, like, cheating with Peony.
Yeah.
She is the first character that has access proper to electric. Let's see. So I don't have to worry about saving parts for too much more, so we can go and do things.
Oh, we have enough for the next summon capacity upgrade.
Yeah, it's the next summon capacity upgrade or the XP one. Let's go with the XP one, though. So we're done with that for now. If you can't tell, the graphics make it really obvious. There's 2 more levels that you eventually unlock for everything.
I was thinking there was some unused space, but I figured that was just a quirk of the UI. You can't tell with indie games. Sometimes it's just, unused
Yeah,
space.
we should actually get Spirit Stabilizer. Getting Guts on Capacity 1 things is really good. Guts is, the first time it dies, it comes back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely useful, especially when a couple of our smaller creatures keep getting one shot.
Yeah. That's all the upgrades we can do for now. Do the magic berries. Sure, why not? It takes nothing. Okay. I believe... Yeah, that's right. We actually get the Grace of Nixie spell. Increase HP of all water elemental units, yeah. Unsurprisingly, there's 4 of these. Well, okay, we'll be more unsurprising in a minute. So, back to that flashback/backstory thing.
Go ahead and save first. Save first.
Yeah, just in case.
Save first in case, yep. Okay, so, let's see how we're gonna do this.
Well, let me do this for a second. Because apparently I accidentally clicked on this. No, it wasn't there. It was there. Okay. That was close. We don't have any old carrots. It's mostly fruits and veggies. I believe the raisin fresh shows counts. There's actually fish. Sure, we'll go with that one. Okay. But yes.
Okay. So we're going to leave it here, and when Vince restarts streaming, it should pick up the new thing. If it doesn't, we may have to throw up a quick splash screen.
Yep. Let me update the game, because we will technically be...
We'll take it.
Changing them. There. Okay. Briefly check. Yep, audio's coming through okay. Alright.
Yep.
So this is Legend of Fae. Alright. This is their first game that they made. So you can see they... So Legend of Fae itself is actually a Match 3 puzzle RPG of all things.
Okay.
is a really simple game that basically just has 50 stages and a lot of these and plot that goes on both in the stages and between them. But the nice thing is there's these little books. As you can see, it also stars Claudia. Claudia was first born of a young farming couple, but she wasn't to spend all of her days on the farm. She had an impaired leg from a disease that struck her at a young age. Her parents were incapable of giving her the attention she needed, so she spent her life with her uncle who resided in the Sea Cross Island. As a professor of engineering at his academy, Uncle Mott saw potential in his beloved niece. He taught, she listened, and in time she became an eager apprentice. Engineering suited her well. And so they lived together, niece and uncle, both students of mechanical craftsmanship. Claudia loved her new home. One morning, Claudia woke up in an empty house and found a package left to her from Uncle Mom. There were 3 things left in it: a letter, a large book, and some sort of lantern. She had seen this lantern before. Her uncle had begun building it at home and later took it to his office at the academy. Next, she checked the large book. To her surprise, it was entirely blank, but she ran her fingers across the pages and found strange indentations as if something had been removed. Then Claudia read the note. Dearest Claudia, I am short on time, so I must make this brief. You may be in danger if you stay here on the Seacross Island. I need you to take the spell lantern and leave the island. I was unable to get the lantern to work, but something tells me that you will be able to. The book is a relic from the past and my gift to you. There is some money on the shelf by my workbench. Take the first ship to the mainland, head back to your parents' farm. I have sent them a letter telling them that you are on your way. This is not how I wanted to say goodbye. I am sorry for that, little Claudia. Love, Uncle Mont. Claudia was shocked. What danger there was there on Seacross? How could he expect her to leave suddenly like this? This was the only place she felt at home. She could not bring herself to leave without answers. She didn't miss the farm, but she knew she'd miss her Uncle Mont. She made up her mind and was going to the academy to talk to him face to face. With a strange device and a book in hand, Claudia stepped outside to begin her journey.
By the way, before we go on with anything further, you may want to go into the options and turn down the music volume a little. It is very loud.
Ah. That is a good question as to whether or not I can do that.
Might just need to turn the music off.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We're not going to be here for very long if all we're doing is the
No, we're
recap.
only doing the story and, like, precisely this fight. At that, I'm only going to hit the highlights that matter all that much. Well, the coastal... Okay, so... Actually, let me go back for a second. There is plot that happens between here and there. This is where Claudia meets the 4 elemental spirits, including Nixie.
Ah, okay.
Nixie, Fred, Enki, and Gust, which are the water, fire, earth, and wind spirits, respectively. Whereas the fire spirit is named Fred for some reason.
There is some guy going around claiming to be the fire spirit named Carl, but he's just a guy with a can of gasoline. Don't just ignore him.
Yeah. Now, elementals are different from Fae in the sense that they're just elementals. Don't think about it too much. While the coast was clear, Claudia rushed indoors. Her steps echoed through the halls of the academy. It seemed as though her place was entirely abandoned. The place was entirely abandoned. She wandered halls, calling out to her uncle. Just then, a sound was heard in the rooftop observatory as she headed up the stairs. The other thing that happened as you walk through town, it was being invaded by gremlins. Which, again, in this world, as it stood before the gates were opened, there is no magic. There are no fae. It is still a fantasy world, just of about that tech level. Like, I don't know, late 19th century it seems about, or something like that, or early 20th, as best as I can figure. In the observatory, Claudia greeted Professor Watson, who was alone. He'd been studying the Fey invasion from up here. Old books were sprawled all over the room. Some books were opened, and Claudia recognized the illustrations as Fey creatures she had just encountered. Claudia noticed that Watson was unable to see the elementals around her. She decided not to mention in case he would try to in case he would try to study her as well. Watson explained that the mayor had ordered the townsfolk to evacuate to the church. The mayor believed that the beasts were a sneak attack set upon Seacross while her men were fighting off for the mainland. Claudia asked if Uncle Mont went to the church with the others. Watson told her that Mont had gone to the northern forest with a research group. As Watson delved back into his research, he had little time for Claudia's questions, so so she went on her way. Though disappointed her uncle wasn't here, she was determined to find him with his group at the northern forest. Let's see. I think the next few are pretty quick. Blah blah blah. Fights boss. Her guard down. Ambush her during the attack. Spell lanterns will knock beyond her reach. Spell lantern is, by the way, the match 3 thing. It basically has a bunch of colored gems that you move around.
Ah, okay.
Suddenly, around Captain is thunder nearby. Before Claudia could blink, a figure streak and flash and attack. Claudia picked up the lantern and turned to see what happened. This guy, a tall man, old world clothing, approached. Those eyes of his, dark and light color edge, seemed to stare right through her soul. He may have helped her, but his appearance was slightly disturbing. Claudia quickly asked who the strange man was. He ignored her questions and spoke instead of the troll lord he'd been tracking. When Claudia explained that she had defeated a troll, he laughed at her in disbelief. Leave before you get dragged off in the forest like the rest of them, he said sternly. With that statement, Claudia became worried. She asked what he meant by dragged off. The stranger simply said it was not part of his mission. He was ordered here to monitor the Fey activity around the gate, and he was smarter than to defy his captain's orders. The forest is cursed, you know. If you go in there, you will be lost forever. Only safe route is to follow the fairy path, and only the Fey can see that. He obviously knew more about the Fae than but she could not trust this stranger. Her Uncle Mott was in there, cursed or not, she would not let the only person who cares for her be lost forever. You then go through a very annoying stage where you have to try and pick right on the you're basically given 3 letters and have to spell path. But if you don't know, you have to spell path. Then you actually get to the boss at the end.
Ah.
Believe the Bear is defeated, the wall transforms Claudia, blah, 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 blah. This part's not that important. Behold, the Gremlin City underground, because that's apparently where they live. And then we punch our way through the entire Gremlin City. This scene is actually important. He would not have believed it if he had not seen it with his own eyes. The stranger stood in awe. The gates were never intended to be reopened. It was more fortunate that he had run into the sorceress child from the natural world. Sealing an Earthgate was a task that only the most powerful old sorcerers could accomplish. Note also that we're referring to her as a sorceress. Claudia was relieved that the battle was finally over, but Uncle Mott was nowhere to be found. He called out to him, but there was no answer. Could he be stuck in a parallel Fey world? Had she sealed the only way to get him? All these questions began to overwhelm her. None of them were important. Claudia, is that you? A timid voice spoke out from behind the trees. Claudia turned in the direction of the voice. A man stepped out, but it wasn't her uncle. It was one of the professors from the academy. You're Professor Montague's niece. Yes, I remember. That leg brace. The man walked towards Claudia timidly, eyes darting left and right, as if he was scared something was after him. Claudia asked him if he had seen her uncle, but the man began to explain what had happened here at the gate. Our research team was studying the artifact here. Almost every department of the academy was involved. Professor Montague was the head of the project. He instructed the group not to be near the gate without him present, but somewhere along the line, well, things went wrong. We received a message of Montague's notes explaining a method for activating the gate. We assumed he had sent it. However, when we opened the gate, those strange beasts began appearing all around us. Montague arrived during the start of that phenomenon, but it was too late. He said that he shouldn't open the gate if we lacked a method for closing it, because that would be dumb. That's why he didn't want us near it. Obviously. It's like they were waiting for the gate to open. They rushed out like a flood, as if this was someone's plan or something. At first, it just the little ones, but then she appeared. She must have been their leader. Her presence drove those of my colleagues closest to her mad. I couldn't move. She demanded to know who of us knew how to work the gate. Uncle stepped forward. He agreed to go with her only if she spared the rest of us. She said something about taking him to the gate of wind, another gate, another gate. Mental stress became too much, and the man ran off screaming madly into the forest. It could not be helped. Stranger helped Claudia seal the gate, introduced himself as Herman Gildo, who you may note that we've already heard his name several times before.
Yes, we've heard the name Herman Gildo a couple of times now. I think
Yeah, he's
independent of
the
that flashback.
yes, he is the current leader of the Strimgar.
Ah.
He apologized for his rudeness earlier, but not at this period. At this period, he's a second lieutenant. He knew where the Gate of Wind was and pledged to assist her. After all, she was the only sorceress he knew of on Seacross. Although it helped her, Claudia was still wary to trust him entirely. He knew too much about all of this. Claudia was relieved to learn that her Uncle Mont was not a loss to the Fey world. However, what did worry her was nightfall. She wanted to get out of the forest fast. That was scene 6. Let's see. This is we get on a boat, we wash up on this island, we find the wind gate, we beat up Pan, who's guarding the wind gate, we seal the wind gate. Okay. Scene 8 is actually important. Just beyond from where she stood, Claudia saw something she could hardly believe. As a result of the fairy world merging with the natural, the southern forest had completely frozen over. The contrast of snow and ice next to the warm beach was very unsuddenly, and Claudia hesitated to advance. Claudia noticed something approaching her within the forest. As the figure drew nearer, she could see that it was a girl. About her age, more or less. She was full of vigor and wore odd clothing, but it wasn't until she got a good look at her eyes that Claudia realized that this girl was a Stygander. Sneaking past the guard was easy enough, but it seemed killing him outright was easier. Girl, are you the sorceress? The one called Claudia? The young Stygander asked. Although she didn't feel comfortable being called a sorceress, though it's better than witch, Claudia affirmed her identity. My name is Lumi. The captain sent me here to help you and Hermengildo get to the southern gate. Where is Hermengildo? Yeah, this time Lumi is Hermengildo's partner. Claudia explained that they had been separated after escaping from a kraken, and she had seen no sign of him since. He he survived worst. I would not worry for him. We do not have time to idle, though. I must take you to the southern gate of water. This territory belongs to the Frost Elves. I have fought the Frost Elves countless times. I am an expert in this region. She seemed so confident and strong. She only just met Lumi, but she already admired her. Maybe it was because she looked about the same age. Maybe it was because of that halberd that she's not wielding in any way, shape, or form, but somehow gets later. Let's not talk about it. What Claudia didn't know was that Lumi had been fighting for the Fae for hundreds of years behind the gates. One ahead of the other, Claudia and Lumi head into the frozen forest. Yeah, so before the gates started to unseal, all the Stygander were actually on the other side of the gates holding off the Fae. What happened was the Fae are very territorial. This is stuff that's gone over in the other in-betweens, or explained in the other in-betweens beforehand. But
Ah.
basically, the Fae are very territorial and did not get along with humans for that reason, because they would move into places and not realize it was Fae territory and just constantly get attacked. So the best solution the humans found was to just build like 4 elemental gates to separate the Fae into their own little pocket world. So there is a lot that goes on in these next 4 stages, which basically explains lot of backstory. So I'll go over it in as quick a detail as I can. The elves are currently ruled by an ice queen. She didn't used to be an ice queen. At one point, she fell in love with a human king, but he went off at one point to what's it called? To manage his own kingdom, and then she started to hear rumors of infidelity, which she believed. When the human king came back, she executed him. Uh, which caused a rift between the relationships of her kingdom and the human and her neighboring human kingdom. What was sad about this is the rumor was completely false and was actually fed to her by a fake messenger, which she later realized was Akushka in disguise. Notably, Akushka is a shapeshifter. There was one other big tragedy to it, and I believe we'll go over it. Yeah, that's this cutscene. Lumi so in order to use magic, you actually have to be half-breed or Fey descended. Generally. Lumi, before she became a Stygander, could actually see water elementals and use water magic. Lumi, more specifically, is actually the daughter of that king and the Fey Queen. She dies when you seal this gate. Or if it's on hard mode, she dies long before you seal that gate and you constantly fail it and say, fuck this shit, and start playing the game on normal. That's another matter entirely. Blah, 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 tragedy, 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 tragedy. Okay, then she goes into the city, which is now currently on fire. Which is all of that stage. City is on fire. Let's see. Scene 10 was, and now we're walking through a graveyard. Blah, on the way to the church. Then this scene, where we'll actually be playing this stage. Ugh. And I'm not reading this stuff. Okay. I get my pre-combat on. Get more fire up. Yeah, that will do. Nimue, by the way, is the leader of the Fae that are invading. She's the final boss of this game. We will not be doing that fight because that fight will take at least a half hour.
Also, I think I can guess the twist coming a mile away, but I'm going to shut my mouth.
Which is, by the way, also how Mirrar became a witch.
Okay. So that's more explicitly laying that out. All right.
Yeah.
I was wondering how they went from dead to magic. I figured there had to be like an in-between step there, but
Yeah, anyone who partially dies, since souls go basically back and forth between being human souls and Fae, who can use magic. A human that dies at least temporarily will actually be able to use like all forms of magic. You just teleported in. How would that be nothing to cause alarm over? All right, I should do this.
Oh,
I
you
should
actually
care
can
for any
click
of the
on
other
them
buffs.
during the cutscene to get a buff?
Yes, you can click on them out of combat to get buffs, basically. In
I
combat,
see.
their attacks.
Interesting.
We know this game is also like $10, so if
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I should also actually mention Akushka. Congratulations, Water Horse.
Okay.
Again, it's Scots Gaelic. It's actually close to the Kelpie, only like a lot more malicious in legend. It is a shapeshifter that will pose as a horse. And is very horse-like, actually, even in its normal appearance. Will wait for someone to get on its back, excrete glue, be completely cheesed over by the earth elemental that stuns it. The guy spawned. Then we'll ride into a lake or the sea in order to drown the person and then eat everything except their liver. Don't ask me why it's except their liver.
Maybe he just doesn't like liver.
I mean, I don't blame him on that one, if you've ever actually had liver.
I have never had liver, and I have no intention of trying.
Yeah, I don't recommend it, honestly.
Ow!
It is also beyond trivial, simply because you can basically cheese the boss over by constantly stun locking him with the Earth Elemental. If you've bought that upgrade, which you probably would have. Again, this is like the next last fight in the game. As you can see, it's an amazing challenge saying they're doing nothing.
I suppose, technically speaking, I should have changed the game we're playing on Twitch.
I did.
Very confused. Oh, you already did?
I already did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I already planned for that.
Haha.
There we go. You, stop doing things. Should also light you on fire. Okay. There we go. And we'll never see him again. He won't do anything bad ever again. Oh wait, that's explicitly not true. Yay, another gem. What those gems are is it basically just unlocks lore within this tome.
Ah.
It's nice in the sense that it explains some of these creatures a little bit further. And towards the end of the tome, we also get to, yeah, Elven Tracker. Yeah, so there's Eshkushka actually gets an entry. Hermengildo of Tear. Yeah. Most notable here is, let's see. Hermengildo is part of a special unit of the 100 Pirates. He quit the Navy when his wife died. He could stay at home, care for his daughter Alma. After Alma's death at the hands of Akushka, he became a Stigander.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure if that comes up later in the game because I have not actually beat Fey Tactics, but that might be important. Okay. And that's everything that happens in the first game of note. Oh, other than like the ending. So you attempt to you beat Nimue, the Fey leader, but failed to seal the fire gate, which effectively I think just slams open the rest of the gates for some reason or another. Because technically you did actually seal all of them except the fire gates.
Narrative convenience.
Or Claudia sealed all. Yeah, narrative convenience. During this process, however, the spell lantern breaks. Claudia is actually able to defeat Nimue because she realizes, wait, I don't need the spell lantern, I can just cast magic, but she gets kind of injured in the process. Hermengildo takes her away and conducts in order to save her life, conducts the ritual that turns her into Stigander. You only get that last part if you beat the game on hard, which, as said, I was stuck on this fight and then just said, screw this.
Ah.
Whoops. Yeah, which is like the first profile I have. Yeah, it's 35 through the game. Okay. In any case, back to Fate Tactics. Now you know the backstory.
And now you know the rest of the backstory. Da-da-da.
Okay. And updated game, and that actually started again. Where is Steam? There. And that. And one of these. Okay. Back to those things that we're doing.
Yep.
Music by Sam English, by the way. Free battle. Yeah, so I think we're done with this region, so we're back to Doro. Where we get to do, I don't know, stuff. Okay, who are the lowest level members of the party? Basically all of you. I think you're going to be the easiest one for that. Actually, we'll do this one first, because that Obadon Kingdom one is kind of annoying. Okay.
It's time! I got a glass bottle full of like 45% alcohol by volume. Let's do this. Carl, Lord of the Flame.
Oh. Alright, you gained a level. Okay. Yeah, that looks more or less good. Oh, spells. Range. Okay. Hey, that was a bad idea.
Oh no!
Okay, I'm just going
Their flame is superior to Carl's.
Apparently, both of those started light out of the cannon, because bullshit.
Oof. I thought cannons just like hit a specific place in front of them.
They do if nothing is in range. If something is in range, and apparently this spot is in range of both of them.
Oh.
Because, for some reason. Yeah, because normally they'll do that if nothing is in range. But if there is actually something, they'll aim directly at it.
That is an incredibly deceptive range.
Yes it is. Because I did not expect there to be basically in line up for fire for both of them.
Yeah, that's... I guess if you moused over the cannons, you get the actual range of them, but...
Yeah, that'll deal with that cannon.
I can see how you get lulled into a false sense of security by seeing, like, oh, they just shoot X number of squares away. And then, you know, Carl catches a face full of cannon.
Carl and basically everyone else. And you've been hit, so you should be dead. Okay. Unexpected, but I'll take it. Sure. There's also an arc or something, and I really wish the game would actually tell you what the exact area of coverage of those things have, but...
Yeah, it would be nice if you could mouse over and see the area. You can't do that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just, it's like, even when you have... Because I can fire the cannon if I stand right here, but it just auto-fires, so it doesn't really tell you where it, where it goes. See. Anyone actually fast enough? No, no one's fast enough. Or I'm wrong, the dog is fast enough. Okay. Yeah, just keep doing that.
You go, random cannoneer.
I'm just gonna let you keep doing that. Just...
And Carl is fulfilling his lot in life by picking up junk for us.
Yep.
Oh, Carl's dreams came true. Thank you for that.
Okay, now that I've had plenty of time to pick up everything on the stage. Okay. Can confirm, Gremlin Cave cities are indeed full of traps.
Every building a gremlin builds is like Home Alone 1. There's paint cans and like toy traps, floor spikes.
Right, Earth and Ice, got it. Fire would be perfectly fine, actually. Fire would be better. Yeah, fire would actually be even better. So... Okay. More importantly, let's grab that scroll. Phantom Hand.
Oh. It just allows you to collect an item. Alright, cool.
Yep. Obviously, I can't use it to collect a treasure chest, but it's still useful anyways.
Yeah. Especially since we just spent a fight lollygagging about and spending our time picking up stuff before we actually finished it.
Yeah. It's your ice, actually. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about those platforms.
Well, I don't know what his plan was, but now he's in front of an angry punching chicken, so...
His plan was to demonstrate what those traps do, which is literally hurl you in that direction 3 spaces.
Ah.
4 spaces. Spaces. This will sometimes hurl you off a cliff. This is on purpose. A great round for doing basically nothing.
Yeah. That cannon's just in kind of a real bad location for that.
Yeah. Let's see, you're after the bird. I can probably eat a cannon shot. Not too much trouble. Or he'll be dead, but I can just bring him back up. Okay, yes. Not sure where I was going with this, because that's the exact spot I would need to... Oh, well.
I think that explosion was bigger than you thought it was.
Actually, I don't care what I thought it was.
Ah.
I forgot that it actually does diagonal as well on those. Which makes sense, but yeah. Yeah, because the bird will go before the next round. Okay, yeah, everyone's mostly fine. Okay, now to do something incredibly important. Hey, other cannon dealt with. And that guy's dealt with.
I need to step away from them and I'll be right back.
Yep. Well, might as well do this because it won't kill him. Or it will. Ah.
Random crit.
Let's see. I think it just saved it. Okay. See if this will go back a screen, but No, it's on Den 3. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. What was in that one? Here, here. Okay.
What happened?
Because I missed that chest. Okay, I'm not looking at the right one then. I'm trying to figure out what's actually in that chest, and if I want to redo this area.
Ah, I see.
Aegis of Electricity. I'm not sure what Aegis of Electricity is. Oh wait, is that? Okay, yeah, it's the. Okay, I can ignore that completely.
Okay.
It's one of the scrolls.
Cool.
Scrolls are, yeah. If it was one of the talismans, that'd be one thing because those, yeah, those you can't get anywhere but the chests they're in. But like the scrolls will drop from things. I remember you being an utter pain in the ass. I believe that was. No, that does that. Okay. Teamwork scroll. And just kind of mix of stuff, but ultimately kind of want thunder. Mostly to melee, actually. Why did I do that? That one, no one else gets poisoned for that one. Ah, now I have the cannon.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go.
How about the EX moves? Now we'll go here.
Also, I know they're gremlins and not goblins, but I am getting serious labyrinth vibes from the lead guy.
Oh, that is almost certainly intentional.
The Gremlin King.
Hey, both those do apply. Good to know. Okay, I can do that. Good, you're not dead. Okay.
And defeat.
Yep.
No stolen children for you.
Not today, at least. Tomorrow, on the other hand, tomorrow's another day. That's someone else's shift.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, I didn't see his portrait before. That's just explicit. The contact
Yeah.
juggling ball is just... I was basing that solely off of his sprite. That picture right there? Yeah, no. Okay.
No, yeah, it's pretty direct.
Sorry about that.
do. Randomly destroys one summon unit on the field.
I guess if you didn't care that much about your summons, or you brought a sacrificial 4-cost, and then cast Jackal's Mark.
Or if they just have more summon units on the field than I do.
Oh, it also counts theirs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I found a before. Oh, I did. Tweets. Like some lines of dialogue we have to fill in the story between the two games.
Yeah, I would probably say that out of everything I've seen in Fey Tactics, this is one of the weaker things about it.
Yeah. It's good at telling the stories that are going on during this game. It's just
yeah, that's fine.
Stuff in between. Yeah, the stuff in between could use a little bit more.
Yeah. If they're going to lean on having stuff from the past, give more explanation about it.
Also known as the water horse, in the sense that that's literally what that means.
Yeah.
In other words, he's just kind of an asshole. Lost renewable power source. You know, mysterious energy from beyond the gate. Something tells me this is fueled by the dead souls of another world again.
Look, in Doom 2016, we were literally fracking hell. I'm not surprised anymore. Yes, some people felt a satanic intervention, but all the money we made. I just need that caveman image. Like, somebody drew a while back, like, a set of comics about cavemen discovering really simple things, and then those, like, really simple things biting them in the ass, and the caveman screams, "Me go too far!"
Oh, caveman sci-fi.
Yeah, caveman sci-fi.
Yeah,
I've
seen that before.
I just need the caveman screaming, "Me go too far," for, like, every game that does this.
You probably could literally just do a Google image,
Oh,
or well,
yeah.
a Google for caveman sci-fi.
Yeah,
and
I
get it.
just do a transparency and, you know, cut him out. It'd take effort. I am seriously considering getting a stream deck just so I can do goofy shit like that for our streams. Click, me go too far.
Okay, now this nonsense.
The amount of variations in the POPO is very interesting.
Yes, and there's a specific reason for that, actually.
Ah.
Because all the young basically look kind of like Payachin.
Yeah, they're all, you know, generic bird child.
Ah, Kiken again. Really should have brought things that actually have a mouth and can talk. Or rather have developed vocal cords that can make more than just one noise.
You bring her mom for this, her mom just barks as well. This is a weird dream. Gremlin Man.
Yep. Okay.
Robot.
What, you want Matilda?
Yeah. Might as well show her off. We went to all the trouble to actually
Yeah,
get
sure.
her.
True. As much showing off as there will actually be in this fight. That's another thing.
Oh yeah, it's a small fight. But...
No, it's they're not here yet.
Oh.
Go with that one because that will help. What is actually on this board?
That's a pretty wide variety of elements and a bunch of melee.
Actually, Matilda will be pretty useful up there. Okay. I'm gonna want ice, honestly. We have 5 dots now. There, now you're okay. Really much in the way of wind, okay. Right, that's all of it. Actually, it'll be useful. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Now, an extra thing that isn't mentioned. When we open these doors, these characters actually become our allies.
Oh.
We don't want we specifically do not want this one to die.
Huh. Is there anything special in particular about that?
If that character doesn't die, it lets me. There's a weapon that's. You need that character to survive to actually get, basically, for Pyachin.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an escape event. There's no retreating during escape event. Your leaders are wounded and defeated. The battle is lost. Yeah, basically trying to get here. With Peony. Hey. Yo.
Yo. We followed suspicious people to a meeting and immediately got ambushed.
As you do.
It just looks like you're committing a home invasion.
It's kind of a reverse
No,
home
we're-
invasion. They brought us into the home, and now we're uninvading it.
Most people just call that a prison break.
Ah, Carl gets his first kill.
I presume your goal on this mission is to leave via that escape zone.
Yes.
I do find it very odd that the game also labels this as no retreat as well. Then,
No retreat means I can't back out onto the map.
yeah, it's just like no retreat
Or
on this
something.
mission. You specifically need to retreat.
Yeah. It is not the best choice of words.
Slight semantics issues.
Oh, gosh. There they are. I have no idea what that is.
Yes, we also got one of the secret characters.
Yes, Matilda is a secret character.
Most of her vital organs and her wings have been replaced with this sweet-ass jetpack.
Yes.
She's understandably a little angry about that.
Okay, now to wait for Matilda to get a turn and basically finish off the rest of that side of the field. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that works how I remember it does. Arrow from behind. There we go. No, I'm not gonna have enough. Right, have this.
Yes. Magic hand.
Grabby hand. Not quite dead enough. I should have been working on that earlier. I think this just finishes the stage. Or not. This is it all? No, it's all leaders have to be on that.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait around. That should not be a huge deal. Yeah, totem. I forgot she does that.
Oh, she lays down totems?
Yep.
What do the totems do for us?
Same thing they do for the enemies.
Oh, okay.
Absorb hits, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually got a talisman for killing him off. Or an actual spell. Wasn't where they randomly dropped that. Ah, finally that. I think that's an understatement.
Yeah, the GPO3 job that you did on a ferry. You are more than just pretty good at machines.
I think I have the parts. Yeah. You took a part of Freezer and made an ice sphere. Sorry, she repaired her freezer and made a nice spear. That also gives us a new food for camping.
Ah,
We now have ice cream.
nice.
But more importantly, we now actually have Ragnarok, which is her best weapon.
Oh,
Partly because it's ice element, and ice element is just actually good. Because the only thing it's vulnerable to is fire. And earth and water is pretty common. And partially just because it's just a good weapon. Let's. We have the new. Oh, that's right. We have both of these barriers. Mana barrier. And the Cape Fork White Arcane. Right. Let's eat.
Woo.
Mostly fruits. Yeah, there's a good amount of fruit on that.
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, that's that one. Myself on Doro. Ah, story here. See what's going on in Blackpool. Can't possibly be anything bad.
I mean, the last time it was Dagon. Not sure how much worse
Exactly,
you can get
anything-
than Dagon. Oh, that's an easily punchable face right there.
Yeah, it is.
Dyer has an especially smackable face.
Hey! Well, that's all yellow. On with the punching things. Or shooting things with arrows or something.
Attacking things.
Yes. Carl Wantus is actually locked into this fight. Let's see. That's pretty much just bring any element you want, so go with those guys. I think there's like one summon that's thunder, it's incredibly rare.
Ah.
Movement on that. This should be a really easy battle, honestly. Yeah, it's just a bunch of birds, basically. Ah, actual difficult things.
And difficult in that you have to prioritize them. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Just noticed what you were talking about.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah, okay, no. Proper things to be worried about.
Yeah. So much stuff to pick up.
Yep.
Okay, that should do it.
There we go.
Yep. Now for the hard part.
Another minor nitpicky thing is the game could just throw you a bone and just say, okay, at the end of battle, all the pickups are picked up automatically.
Yeah, that is kind of an annoyance, actually. Except the treasure chest, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
get the point of the
Treasure
chest.
chests should be, you have to go get them, but...
Let's see. Okay, take this fight mildly seriously. Because I remember... Yep, everything's arcane.
Oof.
And you guys are fine for summons. And I don't got any thunder spells, so yeah. Actually, that's not true. There's a one water thing back there, which is like literally the worst element to add to arcane. What is your range? 4. Okay. Actually, I should see what this boss is actually capable of before I... Assuming I can't... Or I can press the right button. Okay. Law is ranged. Automatic chain, because of course it does. Reflex. 2. Okay. General annoyance. Got it. Also is succubus, but that's kind of a given.
Ah, yes, the ancient fairy power of laser.
Yeah. She's had some upgrades. New lungs, new kidneys, jetpack.
You're telling me your organs didn't shoot lasers before? No. Hmm. Well, this is an upgrade then.
Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, just about right here. Oh wait, no, I can do it from here. Actually, grab that item, I think. Yep. And kill, yeah, as you can see, that she has a bit of a range on her ultimate.
Yup. And her ultimate is just cackle. Cackling in Death Blossom mode, apparently.
Yes. Matilda's very much a glass cannon. Ah, Apparently the bed puts that out of line of sight for some reason.
Big bed.
No such luck. Okay.
And a magic necklace.
Yep. And the necklace is another piece of is a piece of equipment for Orwantus.
Oh, okay.
Allows her to be arcane.
Nice.
Okay, ward scroll, untouchable scroll. Okay, increases reaction chance. That is extra critical damage. Well, that would be useful for nonsense. We can now go to Smargaden,
Ah.
which is a great place to eat. That was that one. Okay.
Oh, just in the nick of time.
Yep. Most of the berries again. Yeah, some pie though. Like some sweets. Berries all qualify as sweets as well. Yeah, probably do that one. Yeah. Cannot do that yet. Goes on the Great Fairy Forest. Not terribly much. Let's see. Alternatively, we have the Abandoned Mine, the Obadon Kingdom. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put off doing that because of what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that one. That's Pazuzu.
Pazuzu!
Do this yet? Oh, we can actually do that one. Okay, let's do that. Okay, fair. No, you're just cannon fodder in practically every battle.
You're not helping.
Okay, you guys have this right scrolls. All right.
We're fine, just slowly roasting to death.
We got time.
Son, I know this is a bad time to bring this up, but I think I smell delicious.
Ah, spontaneously combusted into a scroll. We got some time. Okay, let's go to the Void skill.
I would like to emphasize that I and my child are boiling alive. If you were to save us, I would be extremely grateful.
Doesn't finish the stage? Okay. I don't think. And now I no longer care.
I cannot begin to articulate how much I am being boiled alive right now.
You've got time.
I acknowledge that, but I would much rather be out of this cage.
That's okay. Now the cage is closed.
This is a placebo at best, and you know it.
That's a type of logic.
Ah, River Charm.
Yep.
Oh.
New equipment for Pyachin.
Ah. A challenge fight.
Ah, challenge fight.
Oh, a beam attack.
Yes. Unlike most equipment, it's just plain better for the most part. And it's the exact same element.
Yeah, you lose on a little bit of evade, but
Yeah. That's-
we do need to get the cycle up to level 3 for another one of the hidden characters.
Yeah, we do. I do the challenge fight before anything else.
Yeah. This also might just be a good place to call it in general.
Yeah, let me do the
Yeah, go ahead and do our maintenance stuff.
basic maintenance. Yeah. Basically what they cast on the find, which is or fight, which is a blind curse. Alright, so okay. Just good amount of meat, so let's go carnivore. Be on the cycle. What else can we upgrade? Might as well grab a little of that. Okay. All right. And yeah, with that, we'll call it here.
All right. We made a lot more progress. Found out some more stuff about the story.
Unlocked a challenge fight, which I should figure out exactly what that is, because I'm not actually sure for once.
Ah,
Probably a challenge.
it is probably a challenge.
Yes.
That being said, we also got to see our new party member in action, who's just a giant fucking rocket engine with a ferry strapped to the front of it, basically.
Effectively.
All right. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
join us on Saturday for more Resonance of Fate. Join us on Sunday for more 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Join us on Tuesday for our continuing adventure through Grime. I'm physically incapable of not saying it as Grime.
Very good.
Well, this makes sense.
And join us back on Thursday for the continuing adventures of Peony and all of the people who need help in the world.
As we slowly go through the world looking for a horse to punch in the face.
Yeah, I have heard there is a game where for a nominal fee, you can punch a horse. Until then, our host today has been Vincent. Say goodbye,
Yep.
Vincent.
I could, but that joke is very, very tired at this point.
Alright then. I've been the Krampus.
I've been Joe.
Alright. Have a good one.
And I'm Vincent. Yep, and don't trust horses.
Don't trust horses.
More so now.
Oh.